So welcome to the laundry. This is where the rats lived, came in and out. So we're just going to work up trying to get this back to square one.
Look how beautiful this color kind of covers.
Lots of little tutorials today on this video so you can learn it and use it if you want to.
There was no laundry at the Dower House. Before we left for America, we always hauled all our dirty clothes back to a temporary setup in the main estate. That obviously wasn't going to work with a baby. So the pressure was on to create a laundry here in a room we do not have fond memories of.
The laundry previous to this, it's actually crazy. So it wasn't a laundry, it was a room for the dogs.
Yeah.
This is a big laundry and it consumed quite a lot of space. So they had like a space for the dogs, and then above it was just like comms. So it was like all the connections for the network cables. There were so many network cables in this house. It was like an office, it was crazy.
Isn't that the room where the rat was coming in?
Yes, so that was also the entrance for the rats. That was the front door for them.
So welcome to the laundry. This is where the rats lived, or they came in and out. So we lost a lot of the walls because they absolutely stunk of feces, which is lovely. So we're just going to work up trying to get this back to square one. So we started to get some walls up in here, and we've also done the framework to put a little bit more insulation in the external walls to keep it a little bit warmer. Borja is then putting the insulation in the ceiling, and then we'll have a formation of a space. The problem is with this room is we have all the gubbins that we need to run the house, like the underfloor heating system, electricity consuming unit, mains water coming in. So we have to hide this somehow in our cupboards.
We have got a ceiling, ladies and gentlemen, and we have got the points for the lights.
So when we were designing the layout for the laundry, we were just like, wow, this is going to fit a lot of stuff. And it's been so many years since we had a laundry room.
Before we bought the estate, the other house that we actually had a laundry room.
Yeah.
Which is like everything with washing machine, sink, tumble dryer. We even had a spare freezer there. We had like, you know, and I think that we've been really missing that.
Yeah. Okay, so I've done the layout for the laundry on this side, yeah, because we want to have the washing machine and tumble dryer quite high. So tumble dryer, washing machine, or the other way around, and then a storage in the middle for like the ironing board, the mop. I've tried to think of everything that you have for cleaning because I don't want it in anywhere but this room.
In my head, like I like things all in their places, and a laundry in my mind has to contain all the cleaning stuff.
Yeah.
We are in the utility. Dean is putting these little cute lights. They're from Colston, and we're gonna put 4. And these are directional, so we can basically just point whatever we feel. It's a utility at the end of the day, so we're gonna have like a bank of cupboards all along there, and then we will have, you know, a low section there with a sink hiding all of that, and that's what we need, isn't it? So we are in the laundry update. We have done this flooring. Can you see this change in the colors? Because we have the underfloor heating and you can actually see the pipes. So we just done that to kind of like start with a level layer before we start assembling cupboards, which we have received. Yeah, we're gonna try to kind of get this done ASAP so we can live in here. If we have got a washing machine, tumble dryer, that's what we need.
This is all going to be tall units, and this is going to be a counter, and we're going to have a cupboard here. So we're going to try and hack, because IKEA don't really do this, hack one of their cupboards so that the door can open and then the countertops runs in. So we've got like, we could have things plugged in.
And then slowly we will bespoke it by adding wood on the sides and then, you know, adding a color.
The height of this window is slightly higher than normal counter units, but we want the counter to run in because when you have the counter run into the window and don't have that weird upstand, honestly, it makes the space feel so much bigger. So if you can do it, definitely do it. It's only about that much different. So we're going to raise the cupboards so that we can run the quartz worktop in there, and it's going to look like a much deeper worktop, which is going to make it feel bigger.
Yeah, so we want to have the washing machine and tumble dryer in each side, and we were discussing about having doors and have them behind it, but I think that I want to be practical and I just want to have them easy to come in, washing machine, straight into the dryer, or straight out and to hang it. This is like a very, I don't know why it's happening to us, but this laundry is been very demotivating. We are stopping every 2 minutes and just kind of watching things on TikTok and YouTube.
It's like the chicken and egg situation. Like, I need to fit the cupboards, but I can't fit the cupboards because I gotta fit the pipes. But I can't fit the pipes because I don't want to put the pipes in the way of the legs. So I need to work out where the legs go. And
so yeah, so
sometimes it's hard. It's harder putting new stuff in than just working with what you've got existing.
if you want to see how decisive we carry on being, just subscribe to the channel and hit the alert button. Will we ever finish the laundry? So we have a big, massive dilemma, which it might be nothing to you, but to us is so important.
Do we live apart? That's the big dilemma.
What?
It's so bloody annoying, Borgia, isn't it?
This is recording. I'm not annoying, I'm only just making observations of the design.
Okay, this is on record because we recorded it, okay? I showed Borgia the entire design.
No, I'm not talking about that.
I showed Borgia the entire designs for the laundry.
Okay, that sounds good.
And then now we're installing it. He's asking me, where do we put things? There's not going to be enough space. And I'm like, I designed it all and I literally showed you.
I just want to question you to make sure that the design is, you don't have any ideas last minute. Anyway.
No, that's you, mate.
Anyway, the whole thing what I wanted to try to say, it was all about the sink thing, which we both agree on that. We have a big issue with the sink and the tap because we like the sink to be central to the window, but if we have it central to the window, then we don't have enough space for an eventual door of a corner cupboard. We're talking like, should we have it offset? I don't know.
Such problems in our life, guys. Such problems. Please, send help.
It's a problem because if we don't agree on it, and if we do all of the work and we don't like it, I will want to get it redone. Don't you agree on that?
What? I was listening. Yeah, we need to sort something with the sink, yeah.
Anyway, this is our life. Today we're not liking each other very much. Are we?
I always like you.
Yeah. I feel today is the nicest spring day. This is what I love about England. Days like this is just the best. And also, you can tell like I am becoming not Spanish at all because if I'm 10 minutes in the sun, I burn. We have got guests coming today and we need to prepare the cottage and I feel like we need to do some work here. So maybe half a day work, go back, prepare the cottage. And then I actually want to get some fresh flowers, I think, from the lanes.
As well,
and with strawberries, you see, like the list is gonna keep going longer and longer.
For those who are new to the channel, we rent out several cottages in the main estate for people on holiday to help fund our renovations. This is the caretaker's cottage, and we always add personal touches to welcome our guests.
Do you think I have gone really over it?
Feels very like countryside. It smells amazing.
Also, of course, it's a birthday, so they must make a wish. So here we're putting the side panel of the laundry. Dean was not looking forward to this job because floor is not level, the whatever is not level.
Maybe
so
we could just fit the kitchen like normal people. I would have been finished by now. These are just going to space out each cupboard so that when you close the doors, you've got a little bit of a detail between the doors. Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? All that many on Word just for that.
it's such a tight space, it's just everything is hard to do. So we're gonna try our best to keep doing them. So as you can see, we're just building a frame around the actual frame just to make it look more bespoke. We have got, that's gonna go be the basket, washing machine on top because we want to have it higher so we don't have to be bending down. And then some more storage. Middle storage will be you know, the iron board, all of the cleaning stuff, whatever. Then on the left will be the tumble dryer. It is coming along, which is very nice. We have the laser to make sure which is the top section. Now, what we have just realized is that these spotlights that we really like would be on the way of opening a door. Like if we're gonna have a door there, it wouldn't be able to open. So it's all fine. We can change them and just have some of them that they like flush in the ceilings, which we really like as well. So then there's nothing, it's a bit of a shame, but you know, it'll be fine. We can work around those things, but you see, we make mistakes as well. It's hard to think about every single thing, even though we try.
So we've got the main part up, it's the main body of the laundry, and then we'll have a unit going across here. So now we just got the surround on all the frames with MDF, and then what we'll do is we'll cover that with a cover piece and then put an architrave so it looks like a kind of cornice detail. And then at the bottom we'll put skirting board on that, which will wrap around, and it'll be the same height skirting board that will go around there as well. And then at some point we've got to source doors or make doors. I'm going to improve this house one vent at a time. I'm finally going to get rid of this horrible white one that's up here. And also we've already prepared, ready to put a lovely light over the door that goes in to the laundry. We haven't done anything on the outside really yet, but this is just a little bit because we have to, because we ran the wires in before we did all the works inside the laundry. And then we've got another one up there, but I need to wait because there is a bird living in it. So another vent changed. I am improving this house vent by vent. I also painted inside the hole so you can't see, so it's darker because you could see all the way through before. Very excited to get that lamp up, but I don't want to put the lamp up if we're bringing stuff in because I don't want to break it. But I might be tempted to install it just to get it out of the way. Okay, I couldn't resist to put the light in. I just, honestly, when these little details are done, they just look so much nicer. It just, you know, this door needs rectifying. The shape of that window's wrong. The pointing's really bad. But little by little, we'll get there. We are working in the laundry and we've just temporarily fixed up an architrave at the top. I was saying to Borja that I don't know if I like it or not, but then I look back at pictures of the workshop and we did exactly the same thing in the workshop and I really liked it. So I have to trust the process and I just have to know that when it's painted, I will like it. And by the way, I'm talking about this detail on the top here. When you cut MDF, it is a nightmare, the edges, because you'll always see that roughness. So I've worked really hard putting wood filler, no, I've just did it all. Put wood filler all on the edges. So leaving it to dry and then we're gonna sand it all up and then paint it and then it will be smooth as a baby's bottom. That's the phrase. Have you ever heard of that?
No, that's weird.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. We also haven't made this section, which is where the sink's going.
On top is going to be the quartz, but we're going to run the quartz to the window and inside the cupboard.
Yeah, so we're going to run it inside the cupboard and then the cupboard door will like open. The quirk with this room is that naturally you would want your tap to the center of the window, wouldn't you? But we're not doing that. It's going to be off center. And I'm like, yeah, I know, it's just a little bit weird. But I'm hoping it makes sense once it's all put together. Okay, so I'm in the workshop and I'm deciding on what colour we're going to paint the laundry at the Dower House. We've actually got a fair bit of paint left over from some of the other spaces. Now, I love this colour. This is Groom's Mustard and this is what we're using in the workshop, but there's only half a can left. Whilst we've got a full can of the colour that's upstairs in the bedroom, which is like a lovely green colour. So I'm going to see if Borja would be happy to paint the laundry the green colour. I think he would because he loves the green anyway. We were originally thinking this because it's so lovely. I'm going to convince him. I've just decided while I'm recording, I've decided it's going to be the green. I made a decision without you. Colour for the laundry. The mustard one that we got in the workshop, there's only half a can left, but there's a full can of the green upstairs from the bedroom. What do you think?
I just in my mind I set up myself already with that yellow, mustard yellow, meaning that I want to do it with the yellow.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what you know about our relationship. Borja is always the decider. Even if I try and make my own way, get my own way, I can't get it. So you can at least put them cans back in the workshop then and get the other ones out. I thought I'd convince you, but actually while I was saying it, I was thinking actually, yeah, the mustard might be better.
I mean, I do love these colors because we made them.
We're both so indecisive. So we did use the main house for our laundry. This is the main bedroom of the main house, and we've had our washing machine and tumble dryer in here for about 3 years now because we have nowhere else to put these big machines because all the cottages have got like a built-in washer dryer. So we're finally going to move these out of here and we'll move them to the Dower House because we've got more space to put them now. And then this will go back to being a bedroom or being a derelict space for now. And then when we get around to it, at least we can just work on it and don't have to worry about where to relocate these. So I'm drilling through to get the pipes for the washing machine and stuff, but don't want to dirty all your nails.
No, we don't.
We have a little bit of leftover gym flooring, which is rubber matting, which we thought would be perfect to go under the washing machine to absorb some of its vibration because we do not want it to be rattling off the cupboard. It's a little bit smaller than the washing machine, so I'm hoping you don't see it. It's so thick that we have to use a circular saw to cut it.
I feel like this is a momentous occasion because this is our tumble dryer, that's our washing machine, we installed it, and now Dean is in the process of change.
I don't actually know if I can change it.
Okay.
It looks like I can, so I'm going to try and change the door over.
Cool.
It's already all systems go in the laundry. Yes. We don't have any doors on, so it does look very utilitarian at the moment, but it's a really good opportunity for us to work out, have we got enough space for all the products? How are we going to lay out the shelves and stuff like that? Yeah. So, but Borja is working now on, because he painted all the frame, obviously elements where he's gone over the wood, but because this is like shiny wood, it doesn't bond very well.
Yeah, no, it bonds absolutely not, it doesn't bond well at all because otherwise I would have painted that to kind of have a nice finish. But so then what I'll do is I'll just scorch it like that to the side, like that, you know? And then basically with a spatula you just go like that and you just remove it.
Scrapes off.
Scrapes it all off. And then once it's that like that, I'll just like sponge it off.
Cool. Really happy with how the laundry is coming together. It now is a functional space, we just had to make it pretty, but love the detail that we've got up there. And then as soon as we've got this unit going across with a sink and hiding all the manifold, which will be hidden at the back of the cupboards, it's going to look really nice. And then it would just be making the doors and doing the floor. So we're going to do the second section of the laundry. We've already fitted this. This is going to be fitted. It's going to be fitted like that. Mm-hmm. We need to attach a piece of the same size here, so it fits nice and square. Once we've screwed that into there and screwed that into there, we need to cut that out so we can get access to that corner cupboard.
Yes.
And once we've done that, I think it's pretty much plain sailing. All we have to do then is attach a timber to there, attach a timber to there, attach a timber to there, screw it all together. That's the plan.
Cool. So we have already made that hole. We tried to kind of like make a little shelf so there is no gap in between, and then Dean has put these two cupboards together. Now you can see that Dean's already working out, putting a piece of MDF. We want to make sure that there's a piece of MDF going all around there, basically to level it all out. So then we will put our quartz on top, and the quartz is gonna go all into the window and into the cupboard. So it's gonna be like seamless. There will be a door on that section, but when you open it, the quartz will carry on in. So that's going to be very nice. Okay, we are putting the sink. And we had to put a button right at the back to kind of get some fixings.
Everything's complex. Can't just fit a normal cupboard like a normal person.
No.
Have to have a manifold, have to have a sink, have to have these spacers because Borja wants these spacers.
But will it?
Have to make doors from scratch. That's crazy.
Okay, so this is how we are getting on. Now, we've said it before, we use very inexpensive off-the-shelf stuff, like this sink, for example. But we elevated with the tap As you can see, it's a really good high quality tap, and these like little details, and it suddenly just feels much more expensive, and we probably save, you know, several thousands of pounds than if we had it made bespoke or out of like one of these high-end, you know, kitchen places or whatever. Also the insides you don't see, of course, because we're gonna have doors.
Tap install now.
Yay. So what are you doing? He's gets a square to get a perfectly central point to the sink. And then it's gonna mark where we want basically the holes to go.
These taps come so they're adjustable. Now they don't ever tell you which way they're supposed to go, but after installing about 5 of these now, we now know they should be straight like that.
Yeah.
So it overhangs a little bit more, and the tap should line up perfectly with the drain.
Exactly. Well done, Dean. Is it working then?
Yay!
You know, we haven't had a laundry for such a long time, like a proper laundry.
I know, right?
Got my washing machine here, didn't change the door so I could do this. You know?
And everything else is just decorative now, putting the doors on, putting the top on, but we can use it, which is the most important thing.
So this is how we finished the bottom of the laundry cupboards. We put a skirting detail on. It's going to be just temporary for now because we've got to put tiling, and I don't like tiling up to a skirting. I'd rather take the skirting off, tile underneath, and then put the skirting back on again. So it's just temporary.
So we got the worktop in. Unfortunately, I tried to push the guy to try and get it in one piece, and he was like, it's impossible. So we've got a join here, which is fine because it will be where the door goes. And then I think we're going to finish off inside there a little bit nicer than just the normal cupboard. And we would also added just a little bit of a detail there so it didn't feel so like blocky. When the cupboard doors are in, it'll all make sense.
So I'm working on the laundry and I'm gonna show you how I add the hinges. I've added the first lot of hinges, as you can see here. This little tool that we have that I can show you how to do it. It's very easy when you've done a few. And then you have to remember there's always like adjustment within the hinges so you can move up, down, but I don't do that. I'll leave that to Dean. So I'm gonna grab this one and I'm gonna take it with me right outside. This is my tool that I will try to link it because this is from Amazon. I believe we bought it years ago. And so the thing is that you put these screws, I've already set it up. So basically as you push it, that's where the hole, the main big hole should go. It's 3 centimeters away from the section. So I know this is 1.5 centimeters. So I measure 1.5, move these, you get the gist. And then that will be the right location. Then I mark it with a pencil, and then this little section of tool, this for a router bit, I'm just doing it with a screwdriver slash drill, multi-purpose that we have, and I will just mark it and drill it down. And then I mark it with that, where the little hole is, then I'm using that as my centerpiece. Can you see the little pointy bit? And that is my center point I need to do. So we'll just where these holes are is where you're supposed to drill the other holes, these ones here. But I worked out they're actually not quite accurate. So what I do is, I'll show you my little trick. I've got a template door here. Now this door is from the workshop in the main estate. This is frog tape and I use it, and then I mark with my pencil the round bit and where the holes go. So then I line it up with the other one and I know when I have to do exactly the holes. I always make sure that the tape touches the very end of the door. So I know I have to line it to the very end and then with a big round hole. Here we go, I just use these and I'll just go around the perimeter. You see that it goes in a little bit, so just go around the perimeter like that. And then I'll do the same with the tiny ones because that's the ones I require. There you go. And now, as easy as picking it up like that, I've lined it. If you touch it as well, you go around, you can see that this is lined with a bigger hole. And so now I'm going to use my drill that you already have got set up with the exact drill size. This tape is so I mark the end, so I don't go too deep. I'll just go to the middle of it and I drill down. So you can see I've got my little holes, I've got the hinge now, and I should be able to line it up and just push it down. Push, push, push. So I've done all the hinges, and then Dean has to adjust to see if I have to cut any little more of the door. Once that is done, we can do the pretty thing, which is to actually route the grooves. So then it will suddenly totally transform the space. On this edge, can you see the MDF? That's not the best. So then we fill it with wood filler to have a nice smooth edge, because you know, I know that many people wouldn't notice, but we would. So and then it's nicer when it's all painted. Lots of little tutorials today on this video, so you can learn it and use it if you want to. Here are some of the products to start routing. Here's this router bit. Can you see that it has got like a V shape? So we use this all the time because that is what it makes the groove. So we have got this router, which I'm going to attach the bead, and then we always use the guide rail. It gets very exact, and we use it to route, we use it to cut, so it's great. So you can see I've got the little section in there. Now there's this like lever here that if I push it down, that's what you need to adjust the height that you require right under here. So I'm gonna just do it because I need two hands, and what I want is basically the V. I can adjust it here to see how much I want to make the groove. Okay, so you see that I have adjusted. Now you can really go as deep as you want. You could have all of these going, you know, so it's got a very, very deep groove. Personally, I like that it's just a V and then this line is in line with that. But you could go further if you wanted. So now I've got it all set up, which is great because we're gonna use exactly this setting constantly. Now the next thing is I just need to be putting lines of where I want it. Can you see I wanna have that V in line with that line. You can see this is the first groove. So always try to do it like slowly but consistently without stopping, otherwise if you stop and carry on, you will see a dent. So which, you know, I will always say like try to do it in one go.
Ooh.
Look at that, it's looking really cool. I love it. You can see that I basically filled with wood filler everything, including the grooves. So I'm just leaving it like that. It will fully cure, and I mean, I spent all day. These ones are drying, but I've done them as well. Tomorrow, I am going to be removing them, sanding them, and start priming them. So suddenly, I think by the end of the week, it's gonna look amazing. Cute.
You like it like that? You better.
I'm really enjoying this beautiful day, and I'm going to carry on painting doors for the laundry. I wanna paint the front and then leave the last coat for a later date when I've got time and I'm bored. So, and I'm enjoying it outside, so it's a lovely day. Putting my audiobook and then I will carry on painting. Look how beautiful this color kind of covers. Isn't it amazing for a first coat? So I first do the groove and then I will roll it so it has a really nice finish.
Portia just cannot help himself. He wants to see what they look like, even though he hasn't painted all of them.
Or the insides.
Yeah.
But it's gonna make me feel much better. So if I see it, then it won't motivate me.
Okay, so the truth, we ran out of time. We also ran out of paint. So if you look inside, we haven't painted the inside. So we still got stuff to do, but it looks finished, right? I'm just in the process of adding a few little details into the laundry. We're going to put a rail up here that we can hang things on just to like decorate this wall a little bit. Luckily we had one of these spare from when we did one of the other kitchens in the main estate, so we can use that. Et voila! A nice little rail we can hang things on. Now it's just to find what to hang on there.
I just thought to show you a very easy thing that we always do to add some decoration and natural fragrance to a room. I just picked some lavender from our garden, but you could use anything that you like herbs normally, that they dry really well. And I will just tie it up here at the end, and I will just hang it here, in our case in the laundry, but then it adds something to the wall. It smells very nice, and it's the most inexpensive thing to add into the room. Look how simple. This is lavender, smells amazing, and I'm gonna hang that in the lovely railing that we have added in the laundry. And we also always love to add railing because it gives you the opportunity to kind of like add decoration and things that you need, but not put it on your worktop or whatever, you know, so you save space there. Just gonna go there.
We've got the laundry now to a functioning state, washer dryer's working, we've got all the storage, and we've got a sink working, which is great.
How can someone be so pleased about the laundry? But it's just like, it's really nice, and we use it all the time.
And also I like that we've reused the colour from the workshop in the stables, because we do really like that colour, and it seemed like it was kind of wasted in a workshop and it wasn't used in one of the main rooms of the house. You know, we've done, say, 45 rooms so far, and we probably have used no more than 10 paints. But all the rooms feel a little bit different in their own way, and yeah, I don't think you have to put like crazy colour in a room to change it.
You've been asking how we're getting along with our new baby. Next week, an update on our trip home from Arizona and how we and little Danteo are adjusting to our new life.